Hi guys, so it's day 5 and the love language we're focusing on today is quality time. So quality time is when we spend time with our partner in a way that nurtures our bond, that nurtures our connection. And the key characteristic we're looking at here is the sense that the focus is really on the two of us. So there may be other people involved. So if you've got a small child and you're playing with both of them together, but there's that sense of really enjoying your connection as parents, then that may be a form of quality time. But a lot of the time it will just be stuff that we do together, like we dance or we go for a walk on the beach or we go for a drive together. But any time where there's an opportunity to renew our bond. Now, if you want to make a really good quality time experience, you're going to be looking at 3 things. And so the first requirement is focus. So if the two of you are sitting there watching TV and you're not talking to each other and you're not connecting and you're not touching and you're not really engaged, there's no present there, so it doesn't meet the requirements for focus. In the same way you might be peeling spuds together, but you're talking about the day, you're connecting with each other, and so the focus is on each other, and believe it or not, that can hit a quality time experience. It's not what I'm suggesting you aim for at this stage, but the key point that we want in this experiment is focus. And so a lot of that means that we need to go on to the second point, which is protecting it from interruptions. So cell phones in general are a disaster in terms of trying to have quality time experiences. And so if you're going out for the night, put your phone on silent, remove the distraction. Don't have phones on the table in the restaurant. Just keep them out of sight, out of mind, and make them silent, and better just turn them off. And so that includes intrusions from children, from people dropping in. So making sure that you can protect the space is a really important part of this as well. And then the other thing that we're also looking for is a sense of freedom. So sometimes if we want to create like a date experience, or we want to do something, particularly if it's something that we've organized and we feel a little bit anxious about it, there can sometimes be a bit of a tendency to sort of over control, or have an idea that, hey, we did this one time and it was great, so we've got to do it exactly the same the next time. And what that can do is remove that sense of freedom and spontaneity and playfulness and openness that's a big part of the experience. So just trying to protect the space, and then try and allow yourself to enjoy it, be present with your partner, and kind of go with the flow, so there's a sense of freedom as well. One of the other things that you can do that will create a bonus around quality time is if you plan it in advance and you let your partner know that it's happening, then there's a sense of anticipation, so your partner will be looking forward to it. And the experience of looking forward to something in our emotional brain is almost as good as actually doing the thing itself. And then if some disaster happens, you don't actually get to do it, your partner still had the few days of looking forward to it, and then you can say, hey, I'm really sorry this didn't work, but guess what, we're going to do it at another occasion, and so they can look forward to that one too. Just make sure they don't get cancelled too many times in a row. The other issue that may come up that will be a possible problem if this is not something that you've done a lot, you may find that if you go out on a date, or you're spending some time together, and then suddenly you find that your partner is wanting to talk about a whole bunch of problems in the relationship. And so this can be really hard, like if you've made a lot of effort to organize a date or do some stuff like that. But what may happen from your partner's point of view is there may be this sense of like, oh, I finally got your attention, and now I'm going to tell you about the things that have been bothering me for the last 6 months that we've never really had any time to talk about. And so that may feel like a bad thing in the quality time experience, but relationally, having a sense of like, hey, there's some issues that we need to deal with. One of the things you can do is to just say to your partner, hey, I really appreciate that you've made that you're telling me about these things, and I do want to make sure that we can address them. Can we organize a time to do this, and then set a time to do that, and then go back to the date experience? The other thing that you can do is, as you practice that some more, you'll find that will happen less and less. But one thing you could do is try and create some time with your partner before the kind of like big event, and that may create an opportunity to get some of the venting out of the way prior to the big thing you're organizing. And so your challenge for today is to create an opportunity where you guys get 10 to 15 minutes minimum, and probably not more than an hour, but an opportunity in the day where you say to your partner, hey, let's go for a walk together, let's spend some time together, let's sit out on the deck with a glass of wine and just enjoy that together. But to create an opportunity that works for the two of you, where you're going to concentrate on really giving your partner a sense that they have your full attention, that you're listening to them, and have a sense and see how that goes. And what you're looking for is a sense that your partner starts to relax, that they can talk about what's going on in their world, which may include a little bit of complaining, but just see how that goes. And just, again, you're trying to get a sense afterwards of saying, how did that work for you, how important that was, because remember, we're still trying to find out how high this is on your partner's list of love languages.